They called them the perfect couple, the kind of love story everyone rooted for. But one September morning, only one of them would wake up, and the other would be found dead in his own bed. This is a chilling story of the lover who never woke up. Daniel Myers and Sophie Lane had been together for 3 years. Friends called them the golden couple, both smart, good-looking, and deeply in love. But appearances can be deceiving. Privately, their relationship was unraveling. Friends noticed Sophie withdrawing. Her posts on social media grew cryptic, darker. Daniel's best friend later admitted he was worried about how intense their fights had become. 2 weeks before that night, they broke up after a vicious fight. But on September 5th, Daniel reached out. He told Sophie he just wanted to talk, to clear the air. She agreed. That evening, neighbors saw Sophie arrive at Daniel's apartment. She was carrying an overnight bag. By all accounts, she looked calm, even happy. Inside the apartment, the two talked for hours. They cooked dinner together. They drank wine. At 11:30 p.m., Sophie posted an Instagram story, a glass of wine and a caption, "One last talk." At some point that night, their conversation turned physical. Neighbors later told police they heard laughter and then silence. When Daniel failed to show up for work the next morning, his friend went to check on him. The apartment was locked. There were no signs of a struggle. But Daniel was lying in bed, lifeless. The scene was eerily peaceful, as if he'd simply fallen asleep and never woken up. But investigators quickly realized this was no natural death. Toxicology revealed Daniel had ingested a lethal dose of sedatives. The wine glass beside his bed tested positive for crushed sleeping pills. Fingerprints confirmed Sophie had been in the apartment that night. CCTV footage showed her leaving at 3:15 a.m., pulling up her hood and carrying her bag. Police wanted to question Sophie, but she was gone. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Investigators discovered she had withdrawn $2,000 in cash earlier that day. For weeks, there was no sign of her. The case quickly made national headlines. Was she a heartbroken girl on the run, or a calculating killer? 6 weeks later, a tip led police to a roadside motel in another state. Sophie was arrested without incident. Inside her bag, detectives found an empty pill bottle, Daniel's hoodie, and a handwritten letter. The note read, "He hurt me for the last time. Now, he can't hurt anyone else." At trial, prosecutors argued Sophie planned a murder, buying the pills days in advance and mixing them into Daniel's wine. They painted her as a woman consumed by jealousy and revenge. The defense told a different story. Sophie had been emotionally abused for months and claimed she acted out of fear for her life. The jury deliberated for just 5 hours. Their verdict, guilty of second-degree murder. Sophie Lane was sentenced to 25 years in prison, eligible for parole after 18. Even today, Sophie maintained she acted in self-defense, saying she only wanted to make him sleep so she could leave safely. Daniel's family still believes he was murdered in cold blood. Sophie's supporters argue she was pushed past her breaking point. The case remains one of the most divisive in recent memory, a chilling reminder how love can turn deadly. This is a story of a love that ended in tragedy and a man who never woke up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more chilling true crime stories.